All right, folks. Thanks for joining us. This is Spoon TV. We are coming to you live from the Samuel Stryker funeral pilot in Central Monrovia. We'd like to say welcome. Thanks to all of you for joining us on this special live broadcast. My name is Nelson Colette, and of course, we have our team here, Ernest Benda here, and of course, we are here to bring you, to capture the removal of the remains of Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson, Nimba County Senator from the Samuel Stryker Funeral Home. The Senator of Nimba County will be taken to the legislature where he will be laid to rest. The street is crowded as we speak. Liberians from across the country have trooped in here to witness the removal of Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson. We'll bring you images from out there, but while we try to do so, we want to move in and give you an idea of what's happening in there with respect to a brief service that is being held in honor of the Nimba County Senator. For those of you who may just be hearing this information, Nimba County Senator, Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson, an astute politician of Nimba County, born on the born in 1952, was pronounced dead on the 28th of November 2024. Liberians woke up to this shocking news, and since then there has been divided opinion with respect to what the legacy of the senator is, as to whether he left a positive legacy or not. This is something that has been going on, but today happens to be the actual removal of the senator from the Samuel Stryker Funeral Home where we are right now, and he's going to be taken to the legislature, since in fact he died as a senator of Nimba County. His remains is going to be taken to the national legislature where he's going to be for some time. Thereafter, his remains will be taken to Nimba County, his own county, where he served as senator for over 18 years. So we're going to move in there to give you an idea of what's happening. We understand there is a brief service ongoing now in honor of the senator. Keep watching Spoon TV as we move in there to bring you an idea of what's happening.
Or on our way out.
Oh, okay. Sorry. All right. So the funeral service, according to information, is now concluding. Hereafter, the remains of the senator will be taken to the legislature. You have officials of government here. Um, the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, VP Jeremiah Kwankun, the Speaker of the 55th Legislature, Speaker Richie Nangwe Kom, the President Pro Tempore of the Liberian Senate, Senator Yom Dikanga Lawrence, also here, and you have the Deputy Speaker, Speaker Thomas Fala, there as well, and other statesmen here witnessing this very important activity. The Liberian Senate is fully represented here on this very special occasion in honor of the fallen Neighbor County Senator. We want to say welcome. Thanks for watching Spoon TV. The Liberian legislature is fully represented here. I see the presence of some former senators, former lawmakers, sons and daughters of Nimba County here. Um, and of course, this is what the atmosphere is. Keep watching Spoon TV. So the service will be climaxed shortly. So you have family members of the senator, the wife of Senator Prince Yellowboy Johnson, family members of the senator are being consoled there. And folks, we want to say thanks for joining us. So thanks for joining us. Jess? No, no. What is happening for this? So, folks, you have the wife and family members of the senator and other officials of government here, family members line up as well with. The clergy from the Liberian Senate leading the charge along with Pastor Tuyabanda as the remains of the senator. Well, the remains of the senator now is being brought out. Senator Prince Yellowway Johnson. His remains is being escorted by the armed forces of Liberia, members of the Liberian Senate, family members. Right here, salute from the armed forces of Liberia, based on his contribution to the country. Senator Prince Yelugwe Johnson, born on born in 1952, is now being laid to rest today. Died on the 28th of November. Senator Prince Yelugwe Johnson, the godfather, the political godfather of Nima County, an astute statesman, is going to be taken to the legislature where he served for over 18 years. Senator Prince Yelugwe Johnson, one time a powerful man of Nima County, a statesman, a kingsmaker. He has been one of those who have been a key actor in the Nima politics. He has lifted the hands of so many prominent politicians today. He has been one of those who lifted the hands of so many folks that later became leaders of the county. Senator Prince Johnson is being laid to rest today. Folks, Spoon TV. As you see, let's just the armed forces of Liberia, AFL band, and others are making their way at this point as this particular remains, the remains of the senator will be removed from here. Thanks for watching Spoon TV. Let's go get them back. Liberians have trooped in here today, folks. Liberians from all walks of life have trooped in here today to witness the burial, the removal of Senator Prince Yelugwe Johnson. Liberians have trooped in. Folks, as you see, we need to go get on the bike. Go get bike. So Liberians have trooped in here, folks. The entire corridor here is crowded as Senator Prince Yelugwe Johnson will be removed. The atmosphere here is charged. The armed forces of Liberia fully represented, and of course, the Nima County lawmaker, his remover, have seen Liberians trooping in here from every corners to witness the removal of Senator Prince Yelugwe Johnson. Folks, thanks for watching Spoon TV. Of course, we are doing our best to get ahead of the convoy, taking the remains of the senator. And of course, there are different groupings here that are also making their way at the legislature. You have the students from the University of Liberia also. The young people from the MPR, the political party of the senator, also here. You have different organizations that have come in honor of the lawmaker. And of course, this is what the situation is. Any moment from now, Senator Prince Johnson will be taken to the legislature. In a normal situation, his remains will lie at the rotunda of the legislature. But based on the situation at hand, the senators remain will lie right before the right before the entrance of the rotunda, and that's where the lawmaker will be for some time. Ernest! No, no, no. Oh, okay. Ernest! Ernest! So, okay, we should get in there, right? Okay, he said we should go over there. He said we should go there. All right. So, yeah, yeah. So, just.
Like get it
Okay.
up and I see they do the commentary from inside.
Huh? No, that he's doing the video.
He's doing the video, he's doing. Claire, where on the man claim me? Someone claim me. Take
And
you driving the cover?
The VP said they told us we'll be outside your inside. You'll be on the
so this is what the streets of Monrovia looks like on a day like this, when Senator Prince Yellowwood Johnson will be removed from Samuel Striker Funeral Home until the Liberian legislature. The sounds of the sirens, the armed forces of Liberia fully represented, Liberians standing from all sides of the road, gazing in amazement, some in grief. The national leaders have gathered, some of whom have had disagreements over the time. Some of whom have gathered.
going for the police, man.
Don't wait for the police to lead action.
Follow my instruction. Now I'm not in the market. You're going for the police car. Like president. Yeah.
From all sides of the world.
But they say slow down.
You got the one capture it.
For the police is slow down.
So, folks, we are still here, bringing to you live the happiness here. Senator Prince Johnson will be removed. Thanks for joining us. Spoon TV, we are still here. We want to say thanks for joining us, wherever you joining in from.
can go up. Just be going slow. You can be looking at your female as your man. Yeah. The third drive on the side.
So, folks, this is where we are. The Nimba County lawmaker, an astute politician, is being removed.
Contributions and commitment to fulfilling your civic responsibilities have been a cornerstone.
Go that way.
Institutions and agencies that work with us in collecting government revenue. We recognize the commitment and collaboration.
So, folks, thanks for joining us. You are watching Spoon TV, and we want to say welcome.
We want to thank you for your continuous support.
Capital is right there in central Liberia, Nima County precisely, in the interior of Liberia. And
Nine. He worked with that group to overthrow the government of America. Family of former President Samuel Doe, where President Senator Johnson returned to Liberia in 2004 following the end of the war. He was in 2005 during the 2005 general election in Liberia. Senator Johnson candidate in charge as an Johnson
That's done. That's done. That's go.
All right, so folks, sorry for the break in. We want to make sure we furnish you with pieces of information as we move on with this live broadcast. All right, so we want you to give us update on the audio quality. First of all, let us know what the audio quality is like before we continue this commentary. We want you to give us an idea and let me know as to whether you can hear me very well. Please give me an update on the audio quality just before continuing this broadcast. This is Spoon TV. I'm Nelson Colette. Give us an update on the audio quality. Kindly let us know what it's like as to whether you can hear me very well. And then we're gonna continue to bring you this broadcast. Again, we want you to let us know what the audio quality is like. Please give us an update on the quality of the audio here. Is the audio good? Is it something we can work with? Um, all right. Someone says the audio is now cool with the audio. Okay, it's okay. All right. So thanks for giving us these updates. It's very important, and we apologize as well. There's going to be a fluctuation based on the situation right now. We're in flight. We have a very fast speed at the moment. So there's obviously going to be these kinds of interruptions. Um, but thanks for giving us the updates, the feedbacks. We appreciate that a whole lot. But going into the early life of Senator Johnson, the Neighbor County Senator was born in Tapeta, Neighbor County. Tapeta is in the eastern central interior region of Liberia. He was brought up by his uncle in Tapeta City in 1971. While living in Monrovia, he joined the Liberia National Guard, the LNG, which was transformed into the Armed Forces of Liberia. In the aftermath of President Dole's 1980 overthrow of Wayland Ara Tolbert, the president at the time, Senator Johnson rose to the rank of lieutenant, receiving military training, receiving receiving military. What is? Ernest, you guys need to get down. All right, so but then they go inside their machine. They go walking on the side. All right, so we're still here, folks. We want you to give us update on the audio quality. We're still trying to make sure we can bring you a better broadcast here. Kindly let us know as to whether the audio is better now, whether it's something we can work with. We understand the entire team is going to be marching here. From this point, the entire team is going to be marching with the remains of the senator. You see the AFL band here at the moment. The armed forces of Liberia, the armed forces of Liberia fully represented on this end, and of course, state security. The presence of state security very huge here as well. Uh, Information is that at this point, the remains there's going to be a march with the remains of the senator, and this is exactly what the situation is. Folks, Spoon TV, we are coming to you live from Central Monrovia. We took off from the Samuel Stryker Funeral Home at some point, and of course, we are now at the Monrovia City Hall, where the entire team is going to be disembarking the vehicle at some point. The Armed Forces of Liberia, the AFL band, is going to march with the remains of the senator to the Capitol building, where his remains is going to be lying for some time. I want to say thanks to all of you for watching Spoon TV. And as we tried earlier to give you a brief background of the senator, yes, he rose to the rank of lieutenant, receiving military training both in Liberia and the United States, where he was instructed in policing. And of course, Senator Prince Johnson, with all of the achievements, giving his role as a national leader, is being laid to rest today. There is gradually a, there is gradually, there is gra- there is gradually, there is gradually an arrangement here to see the official march taking place from this point. You have some senators gathered, some lawmakers representing Samuel Koga of Nimba County, along with his team at one end. And you also have the Armed Forces of Liberia, the AFL band, that is setting up as well to begin this very important parade. And there is a huge presence of state security. The entire government of Liberia is being represented here today. So very shortly, we're gonna see a march. Senator Yaya Nimble of okay, yeah, yeah, Senator Yaya Nimble of Grand Jira County, and other lawmakers are present here. His colleagues from the Liberian Senate and other folks are making their way here. Folks, as you see on the far end there are Liberians who have trooped in here as well, just to witness the happening with the removal of Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson today. The Nimba County lawmaker and astute statesman was born on the 6th of July in 1952. He passed on the 28th of November 2024, and Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson is now being removed from the Samuel Stryker Funeral Home, and his remains will be taken, or is being taken now to the legislature as a statement, where he's going to be given an honor. He's going to be his remains is going to lie there for some time, after which we understand he will be taken to Nimba County, where the interment will be taking place. So we're still here making sure that we bring you all of the updates with respect to the happenings. This is a situation that has caught the attention of not just the people of Nimba County, but Liberians from different locations have gathered here today to witness this very important occasion. National leaders have gathered in grief, irrespective of their political disagreements, to honor Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson. This is one movement that will bring national leaders and state actors together, irrespective of how much of a disagreement they've had over the time. With the passing of Senator Prince Johnson, several lawmakers, former lawmakers, have been seen paying their last respect to the Nimba County senator. So we stay here. Of course, we're going to remain posted, bringing you all of the updates right here, Spoon TV. Thanks for watching. Thanks to all of our folks who continue to give us feedback on continue to give us feedback with respect to the audio quality and all of that. Today seems more like a holiday here in Monrovia, as Liberians have left their activities, basic activities, the young people, the old, the elderly, the middle age, the working class, the market women. Liberians from everywhere have gathered here today to honor the legacy of Senator Prince Yellowboy Johnson. Senator Johnson was born in Tapetad, Nimba County. In 1971, the senator, while in Monrovia, joined the Liberia National Guard. He was transferred, which was later transferred into the armed forces of Liberia. In the aftermath of those 1980 overthrow of President Turbo, Senator Johnson today rose to the rank of lieutenant, receiving military training in both Liberia and the United States, where he was instructed in military police duties in South Carolina. Senator Prince Johnson stern, often disciplined, and then he rose to the rank of commanding general of the armed forces of Liberia. He accomplished for himself that position in 1983 after Kuyakpa was accused of plotting a coup against Dole. Senator Johnson died in the Hope for Women Hospital in Pinzio on the 28th of November 2024. The senator's passing brought sadness to many Liberians, as so many people who look up to him as a mentor saw this as a sad news that was very difficult to accept. Since the passing of the senator, most of the permanent sons of Nimba County have shied away from having any conversation about who succeeds him politically in the county. Most of the permanent sons of Nimba County have stated that it would be a disservice to the senator to have him still deposited at the funeral home while conversations around succeeding him takes place. The senator's influence in Nimba County cannot be disputed, as he has been that lone voice, that one person who has stood so tall in Nimba County. He was at some point sanctioned by the U.S. government for pay-to-play when he was being accused of accepting monies based on his influence to shift the narratives in the body politics of the country. Senator Prince Yellowboy Johnson is being regarded by the people of Nimba County as a hero, as someone who stood for them in a time of crisis, while others on the other end see Senator Prince Johnson as someone who was a warlord, a rebel, and someone who did not do well for the country. Based on where one sits, will determine how they view the legacy of Senator Prince Yellowboy Johnson. It seemed more like a holiday in central Monrovia today, as Liberians have trooped in from every corners to witness the activities leading to the removal of Senator Prince Johnson from the Samuel Stryker Funeral Home. Folks, this is Spoon TV. I'm Nelson Collet. Thanks to the entire team here. We remain posted to bring you the updates and everything surrounding the removal of the Nimba County Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson. Thanks for joining us. At the moment, we are awaiting the arrival of the remains of the senator at this point. Once his remains arrive here, we understand there's going to be a march led by the band of the armed forces of Liberia, and that march is going to take us to the Capitol building. At the moment, the rotunda of the legislature, is not in service. Under normal situation, in normal circumstances, the remains of the senator under normal circumstances, the remains of the senator will be taken to the rotunda of the legislature. But based on the prevailing situation, the remains of Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson will not be taken there, contrary to what we saw with some permanent state actors. He will be laid right before the entrance of the rotunda, at which time he will be giving his last honor, his last respect as a statesman. The sounds of the sirens in the background, Liberians trooping in and standing from every corners, permanent citizens of the country moving in from every angles. Is just the atmosphere here as Liberians try to pay their last respect to the fallen Nimba County Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson. His legacy has been hailed by the people of Nimba County. Some see him as a hero, while others see him as someone who brought tears to them. Based on where one sits, that determines how the legacy of Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson is being interpreted. Folks, we are still here. We're going to remain posted, bringing you all of the updates. You see the senator of Bon County, Senator Johnny Kwehe. You have Senator Thomas Yaya Nimle, who sat right behind Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson in the Senate, in the Liberian Senate, standing right next. Of course, this is just the same. Former Representative Martineke Tinkpa here as well, and everyone standing, gazing in amazement. Some still can believe that the Nimba County Senator is no more. This is exactly what the situation is. The sounds of the sirens will not stop. And Liberians will not stop trooping in from every corners, as this is something that most of them still can't believe, that the hero, the astute politician of Nimba County, someone who was a mentor to many Nimba County politicians, is no more. Senator Prince Johnson have been on record for deciding what the political decision of the people of Nimba County will be. In some instances, he lifted the hands of folks who had absolutely no influence in the body politics of Nimba County, and they rose to becoming permanent politicians in the county. The likes of the current vice president, Senator Jeremiah Kpankun, is one person who looks up to the senator as a political godfather. He's on record for shifting the political narrative in the country. In 2017, sorry, that was in 2022, when it was still uncertain as to who becomes the vice president, who goes with President Baka now, who was former vice president of the country. When the debate about a vice presidential pick for the Unity Party was still on, Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson paid a very important visit to the current president of the country. Following the visit, there were speculations on social media. The media then started to try to ascertain as to what the purpose of the visit was. Just in no time, Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson's visit paid off when former Vice President, now the President of the Republic of Liberia, pronounced Senator Jeremiah Kwankun at the time, who happens to be uh, one of the sons of Senator Prince Johnson when he was a political son. I mean, in no time he was handpicked by former Vice President Joseph Boakai, now President of the Republic of Liberia, to go as running mate. That speaks to the influence that the senator today have had in the political corridors of the country. Senator Prince Johnson is being regarded as a trailblazer, a political icon in the country by so many people. You have the Speaker of the 55th Legislature, Speaker Rachel Nangwe Kun, there, and of course, other members of the legislature, Representative Prince Toes on the other end, along with other lawmakers, Representative Michael Thomas of District 4, Monrovia County, and other lawmakers have trooped in here today to witness this milestone. While others are saying Senator Prince Johnson rest in peace, others are saying that he will not rest in peace based on his involvement with the civil unrest in the country. The people of Nima County regard him as a hero, while some of the folks in other parts of the country saw him as a rebel. Some of the folks who view his legacy with a different lens are saying that he will not rest in peace. This is a situation here as the sounds of the sirens keep springing out from every corners, and Liberians keep trooping in from every directions. The old people, the young people, the different civil society organizations, the political parties, and everyone gathering here to witness this milestone. This is Spoon TV. I'm Nelson Collier. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us. The convoy is very long. Vehicles are still trooping in. The National Transit Authority vehicle still bringing folks in from every corners as everyone is now awaiting the arrival of the remains of the senator. Once it gets here, then of course everyone is now going to march alongside the remains of the senator to the grounds of the legislature. The Nima County senator has been a strong voice at the level of the Liberian Senate. He was elected in the 2005 general and presidential election, immediately after the civil unrest in the country. The senator following the civil unrest in the country fled to exile. He fled to Nigeria, at which time, following all of what happened during the civil unrest in the country, his involvement in everything that he's been accused of, the senator then got converted. He became a strong Christian following his return from Nigeria and went on to form the Christ Chapel of Faith Ministries, where he has been preaching the gospel on the pulpit for several years. Senator Prince Johnson, immediately upon his return from exile, was elected by the people of Nima County as senator in the 2005 general and presidential election. Since 2005, Senator Johnson have never lost any election in the country. He have always won that senatorial seat, making him the longest serving senator at the Liberian legislature before his demise. Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson won three elections back to back as senator of Nima County, giving him an age of 27 years at the Liberian legislature. Senator Prince Johnson, having been recently elected by the people of Nima County for the third term that would have taken him to 27 years at the legislature, then got confronted with the issue of the establishment of War and Economic Crimes Court. He has been one person who have been a strong voice, who have felt talked to for every time the issue of War and Economic Crimes Court is raised at the level of the legislature. And of course, the senator at some point was on record for going head on with the Monrovia County Senator, Senator Abraham Darius DeLon, when the issue of War and Economic Crimes Court was brought on the floor at the legislature. He one time told Senator Abraham Darius DeLon that he felt talked to, and that if the senator would not stop talking about the issue of War and Economic Crimes Court, he would turn the senator's table around. He was a doyen at the legislature, a trailblazer, and Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson is being laid to rest today. Liberians are still trooping in, the streets are still crowded, the sirens are still sounding from every corner as the senator, the Nima County senator, is being laid to rest today. Not laid to rest, but is being removed from the Samuel Stryker Funeral Home and will be taken to the legislature today. Spoon TV, I'm Nelson Colette. Thanks for joining us as we remain posted here to bring you all of the updates every single step along the way. There's huge presence of state security, the armed forces of Liberia present here, the live band, the sirens, Liberians trooping in. And this has been an atmosphere more like a holiday here in central Monrovia. Thanks for joining us. Of course, we remain posted here, bringing you all of the updates as we await the arrival of the remains of the Nima County Senator, Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson. The people of Nima County are in tears. Liberians in some quarters are in tears. And this is just another day when national leaders, regardless of their political differences, were gathered under one roof to honor the memory, the legacy of an astute statesman. Spoon TV, thanks for joining us. Vehicles are parked. The traffic is huge. And if you are watching us from anywhere around Monrovia, and if you are contemplating on making your way to central Monrovia, coming with a vehicle is not a good idea at all, because the traffic here is just something unimaginable. Liberians are trooping in, a huge presence of state security, the motorcyclists making their way as well. And this is what the atmosphere is like here in central Monrovia. Everyone is now awaiting the arrival of the Nima County lawmaker. The folks are marching gradually with a huge presence of state security. The motorcyclists are making their way as well. The motorcyclists are making their way as well. And everyone here gathered to see the arrival of the Nima County lawmaker, the remains of the Nima County lawmaker. Different civil society groupings. This group is from the MDR, making their way here, and another group arriving here. Be able to move. Yeah, be able to move. Don't directly have to move. You be able to move. Alright, so the Liberia National Police is doing everything possible to control the movement here. The Liberia National Police is doing everything possible to control the movement as motorcyclists, Liberians from everywhere are trooping here to receive the remains of the lawmaker. to receive the remains of the lawmaker. It's a very interesting scene here as the remains of the lawmaker will be marched with. And of course, Spoon TV, the sounds of the sirens from every corner. Liberians are jubilating, while some are in a very sad mood here. Left one I wish. Left one I wish. And of course, this is what the atmosphere is like. The remains of Senator Prince Johnson, the Armed Forces of Liberia, AFL band, there, heavily guarded by the presence of state security, the Liberia National Police providing maximum security. The remains of Senator Prince Johnson there being marched with through the principal streets of Monrovia on the sidewalk. On the principal streets of Monrovia. Folks, this is Spoon TV. Thanks for joining us. We are right now in central Monrovia, being heavily guarded by the state security, Liberia National Police. Of course, this is where we are. Folks, Spoon TV, at this point, the remains of the lawmaker is now being marched with. From this point, as you see across there, folks, the rest of the lawmakers will join the entire team as the remains of the lawmaker will be marched with from this point. Of course, this is what the atmosphere is like here. Thanks for joining us. So the march has started. The march has officially started. Everyone is now moving through. The senators, the representatives, and everyone have joined the march. The live band, Armed Forces of Liberia live band, are going to take on the march from here as well, as everyone is now headed towards the legislature or the Capitol building, where the remains of the lawmaker will be laid for some time. Thanks to everyone for joining Spoon TV. Of course, we're here. We remain posted to bring you all of the images capturing the remains of the removal of the remains of Senator Prince Johnson. We're going to pause a while as we await the entire team. But this is what it is. It's more like a holiday in central Monrovia, folks. Liberians are trooping in from everywhere as the Armed Forces of Liberia, the Liberia National Police, the senators, the representatives, the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, Liberians from every corner are marching now with the remains of Senator Prince Johnson, who is going to be given a befitting state burial. His remains will be marched with from this point and taken to the legislature, where he will be laid for some time. The different groupings are still marching. You have senators, his fellow colleagues, at that point waiting as well to receive the remains of the lawmaker. And at this point, everyone is going to march to receive the Nimba County senator. Folks, some former lawmakers have made their way here as well. You have the group wearing the black there, the MDR, and the entire team. The party of the fallen senator making their way here to march with the group. Senator Prince Johnson of Nimba County is being laid to rest today. And you have Liberians marching here. You have Labor Minister Councillor Kopo Kura from the other end. And everyone is marching at this point. This is the MDR family here marching at this point. And of course, this is what the situation is. Let's try to force individuality doesn't go. Therefore, individuality doesn't pass. And so this is what the situation is here, folks. We're gonna remain posted, bringing you all of the updates. Thanks for watching Spoon TV. As we bring you different angles of the happenings here. So we want to move closer to the next group. We want to capture even the senators who are making this move as well. Some of the former senators of Nimba County or former senators or lawmakers at the legislature are here as well, and they are all making their way at this point. I want to say thanks for joining us. Thanks to everyone for joining us. The live band of the Armed Forces of Liberia getting set to take on the parade from here. The live band of the Armed Forces of Liberia will line up right before the remains of the Nimba County Senator, and the live band is going to be followed by the Senate, the House of Representatives, family members, and others who will join in from this point. Thanks for joining us, Spoon TV. We are live. We're coming to you live from Central Monrovia, and of course from here in Sinco. This is exactly where we are. The live band will pick up any moment from now. Everyone will be parading, making their way to the Capitol building. So the live band has taken off. The live band of the Armed Forces of Liberia taking off the parade from this point, as everyone is now marching, the press moving backwards. Everyone marching at this point. This is Spoon TV. I want to say thanks for joining us. So the live band taking up at this point. And of course, this is exactly where we are. The live band leading this parade. The live band leading this parade. Everyone moving now, marching alongside the of the senator. Marching alongside the remains of the senator. This is exactly where we are. The members of the Liberia National Police, the remains of the senator heavily guarded by state security and forces of Liberia on one end. And folks, you see the senators on the other end there. Of course, the Speaker of the 55th Legislature, Speaker Rachel Nangbe Kun, the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia. Also here, you have the President pro tempore of the Liberian Senate, Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence, leading the delegation of Liberian legislators here as they march towards the grounds of the legislature, where Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson has served for over 18 years. He has dedicated over 18 years of his life to public service, and this is as a result of his election as a senator of Nimba County for 3 successful electoral periods. A senator in Liberia has a term of 9 years, and Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson was able to successfully win 3 elections in the country, a term of 9 years each, that have seen the senator as one of the longest serving lawmakers in the Liberian legislature, serving as senator of Nimba County for 3 successful elections. Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson stood out and got for himself a place at the Liberian legislature. And this is exactly what the situation is. Spoon TV, of course, you now have his colleagues, the entire legislature, some of the folks coming from the 52nd, 51st, 53rd, and 54th legislature are making their way here at this point. Of course, the Nimba County lawmaker was a doyen of the legislature. He was one of the strong voices at the Liberian legislature, a kingmaker in Nimba County, an astute politician, and someone who won for himself a seat at the political table of the country. Thanks for joining us, Spoon TV, as our senators are now marching with the remains of the lawmaker. We are here posted, making sure to bring you all of the updates. Folks, this team is being headed or led by not just lawmakers, not just politicians, but Liberians, well-wishers, sympathizers, family members of the lawmaker have gathered here as well. Everyone making their way now to the legislature, where the remains of the lawmaker is going to lie in state. Thanks for joining us, Spoon TV. We remain posted, bringing you all of the updates at this point. So, Liberians have gathered here in their numbers. Folks from every corner are making their way here on the grounds of the legislature. It's a colorful scene here as the remains of the lawmaker is being paraded. Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson's legacy is being held here today. You see the armed forces of Liberia, the live band on one end, parading. So this is what the situation is. The armed Forces of Liberia, making its way here. So, folks, thanks for joining us. We are right now up Capitol Hill before the University of Liberia. This is exactly where we are. This is exactly where we are. This is exactly where we are, folks. So we stay here, bringing you all of the updates. The Liberian Senate is in this parade. The live band of the Armed Forces of Liberia in this parade. Everyone marching towards the legislature, the Capitol building, where the remains of the Nimba County Senator will be live in state. Liberians are still trooping in from every corner as the sound of the sirens, the live band from the Armed Forces of Liberia, is getting people to troop in from every corner. The old people, the young people, the market women, the civil society organizations, and different groupings are making their way here at this point. Liberians still trooping in from every corner, and of course, folks standing from the far end there at the University of Liberia, making their way here. All right, so folks, we are right now live around the campus of the University of Liberia. The live band of the Armed Forces of Liberia still trooping in. They're still leading this march, and this is exactly where we are. We're going to make sure to bring you all of the updates. We are just less than a minute away from the legislature. This is exactly where we are. Senator Prince Johnson, in case you are just joining us, this is the removal of the remains of Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson. The remains was deposited at the Samuel Stryker Funeral Home. Today, he's been removed. And of course, you have the Armed Forces of Liberia, the live band here on one end, and others who are moving now to the Capitol building. So thanks for joining us, Spoon TV. We're going to remain posted. Liberians are leading this parade from every corner. Liberians are leading this parade from every corner as everyone is now marching. Let's make a so we are going to remain here. So the remains of the lawmaker is being deposited there on one end, and we're going to make sure to bring you the updates here every single step along the way. Guarded by heavy presence, huge presence of state security, you have Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson. His remains lying there on and he's going to be there at the legislature. The senator served at the national legislature. The senator served at the national legislature for so many years, 18 years of service to the country. Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson is today being taken to where he once worked as a senator. His remains is being taken now to the legislature. Folks, thanks for joining Spoon TV. Want to appreciate all of you for joining us. We're still here live. We are right now up Capitol Hill, doing our best to capture all of the moments as we bring you activities leading to the removal of Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson. His body was so our sincere apologies for that break-in. We're gonna remain posted here. We're gonna remain posted here, bringing you all of the happenings. We are just a stone throw away from the executive mansion. We are now making our way to the grounds of the legislature. His remains is going to be deposited, or was deposited, at the Samuel Stryker Funeral Home. The senator will lie in state at the Liberian legislature. As you see, a parade led by the live band of the Armed Forces of Liberia, heavily guarded by state security, presence of the Liberian National Police, the Armed Forces of Liberia, and members of folks from the Senate security also here. Everyone making their way at this point. You have senators, representatives, civil society organizations, political groupings, everyone making their way here at this point as Liberians, permanent and ordinary citizens of the country, march alongside the remains of the fallen Nimba County Senator. Thanks for watching Spoon TV. Of course, we are now up Capitol Hill, just a stone throw from the legislature. This is exactly where we are, doing our best to capture all of the scenes here for you. We want to say thanks for joining us. There are so many Liberians who have trooped in here to just see for themselves the remains of the fallen Nimba County Senator, as so many people cannot still believe that the Nimba County Senator is no more. Spoon TV, thanks for joining us. We are right before the executive mansion. We are right before the executive mansion. This is exactly what the situation is. So thanks a lot for joining us. We're right before the executive mansion at this point, and folks, this is what the atmosphere is like here. This is what the atmosphere is like here. As you see, the remains of the fallen Nimba County Senator is now being taken to the grounds of the legislature, where he's going to lie in state. This is the vehicle. Right next door is the legislature, where the senator have worked for years. And of course, we're going to remain posted, bringing you all of the updates every single step along the way. We want to capture. Let's capture all the senators. So the senators are now marching in. We will shortly capture all of the senators from this angle, after which we'll now move in to the grounds of the legislature. This has been a parade, a march alongside the remains of the fallen Nima County Senator, Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson, being paraded with on the principal streets of Monrovia. You have the presence of state security, the armed forces of Liberia, the Liberia National Police, PSU Division, the president, the vice president of the Republic of Liberia. I'm yet to see the president, but the vice president, Jeremiah Kwan is here. You have the speaker, Speaker Richard Nangbe Kun, also here, and other officials making their way here as well. So we're going to remain posted as we captured all of the saints. The vice president of the Republic of Liberia, in a very sad mood, marching behind the remains of his political godfather. This is Spoon TV. We want to say thanks for joining us. As we capture the scenes, bringing you all of the activities leading to the removal of the Nimba County Senator, Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson. So we are just stone throw away from the Capitol building. All is now set. The live band, the legislators, state security, everyone will shortly now march in the premises of the legislature. Thanks for joining Spoon TV. So folks, Liberians are here. The entire team is being greeted by a huge presence of citizens. A huge presence of Liberians here on the grounds of the legislature. So this is where the remains of the lawmaker will be laid, and Liberians trooping in here on the grounds of the legislature to receive the remains of the fallen Nimba County Senator, Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson, will be laid here at the legislature for some time.
Yeah, go one star. All the general
Okay, so let's take this out.
Y'all open the place.
Let's take this out.
Let's go one side, please.
Let's take this
Open the place.
Open up, move.
So Folks, this is where we are.
Everybody on the paper.
Okay, so we should go bien. So, folks, this is where we are. This is where the remain of the senator will be laid for some time. And Spoon TV, thanks for joining us. Scores of Liberians have gathered here today, folks, from every angle to receive the remains of the Nima County Senator, Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson. State security is making every arrangement to get the rudiments carried out here. But thanks for joining us, folks. We are still here making sure that we bring you all of the happenings here at the legislature. So we are still here, folks. Everything is being said, everything is being done to now have Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson is remain laid on this particular gadget that is being set up. The Liberia National Police trying very hard to make the arrangements done, and of course you have folks from every corridors. We want to say thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us, folks. We are. We wanna say thanks. We wanna say thanks to all of you for joining us, folks. We are still here posted very shortly. But you guys can have everybody to fall back. There's some space at the back. We can fall back. So this is exactly where we are, folks. So, folks, thanks for
you're not a journalist. Please go ahead.
everybody can go back. So, folks, we want to say thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us, folks. We remain posted. So, folks, we are still here, doing our best to capture the scenes. for joining us, folks. We are still here. You get water, man. Very. Oh, wow. So the remains of Senator Prince Johnson is about to be brought in. Senators trooping in there as the remains of Senator Prince Yellowway Johnson will shortly be removed. So, folks, at the moment, the remains of the lawmaker will shortly be removed from the vehicle. The protocol now removing the remains that will be shortly deposited here. Thanks for joining Spoon TV. Spoon TV. Thanks for joining Spoon TV, folks. It's a very hot atmosphere here. And of course, Okay, so folks, thanks for joining Spoon TV. We are now on the grounds of the legislature, a full legislature here. The senators and representatives have entered the premises. The remains of the fallen senator will be shortly brought in the premises of the legislature. And of course, we have other lawmakers, Speaker and Deputy Speaker of the 55th Legislature, Speaker Richard Nagbe-Kun. You have other lawmakers as well who have already trooped in. The remains of the senator, all the way at the far end there, Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson, will be brought in shortly. And on the far end, you have the folks from the Senators Party, the MDR, the militants of the MDR, here chanting slogan, the battle cries, in memory of their lawmaker. And as two statement for the folks from MDR, he was not just a lawmaker, but he was a political leader. That's the party that was founded by the senator following his expulsion from his initial party. Then he founded the MDR and maintained his political influence in the body politics of Liberia. On the far end, you have state security present here as well. You have the Senate protocol here. You have lawmakers here as well who have lined up for this very important occasion. Former Pro Tem Abachi here, and there's a queue here there by the senators as the remains of Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson is being brought in here from this angle. You see the remains of the lawmaker is being gradually rolled into the premises of the legislature. About 2 months ago, the senator walked in or drove in this facility, but today he's returning here lifeless, and the remains of the Nimba County Senator, Senator Prince Yelugbe Johnson, will be rolled in the facility, the grounds of the legislature here. Thanks for joining us, folks. Spoon TV. You see from the far end, leaders, national leaders, members of the legislature, senators and representatives lined up here to receive the remains of the Nimba County lawmaker. The armed forces of Liberia now marching in with the remains of the Senator Basonga Milton Finley of Grand Bassa County, and other lawmakers there. Deputy Speaker Thomas Fala of Deputy Speaker Thomas Fala making his way here, and as you see, the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, VP Jeremiah Kpankun, the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia. Once they start moving, we'll start going gradually. So the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, VP Jeremiah Pankun on one end. He's next to him is the second lady. Let's get going. 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 Let's get going.
Take your own time. Let's go. Just stay on the side.
The armed forces of Liberia, and of course, the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, Speaker Richard Nangwe Koon, and others, the pro temp of the Liberian Senate, all making their way here. As Senator Prince Johnson, for the first time, is being brought on the grounds of the legislature lifeless. And of course, this is a situation, live band of the armed forces of Liberia heading this parade, the president of the Senate, Vice President Jeremiah Pankun, making his way here as well. And of course, this is what the situation is. I want to say thanks for joining us, Spoon TV. A slow march. A slow march here. A very slow march here. A very slow march here. A very slow march. This is where we are, folks.
We don't want to be touching.
Senator Prince Johnson is being brought in. A slow march led by the live band of the armed forces of Liberia as senators and representatives, legislators here on the grounds of the capital are now marching with the remains of the Nimba County lawmaker, Speaker Koon, next to the President of the Senate, VP Jeremiah Pankun, the pro temp Senator Yomdi Kanga Lawrence, the First Lady of the Republic of Liberia, all making their way here. I want to say thanks for joining us. Of course. For the drivers, you gotta keep moving, man.
Excuse me, I'm behind the white line.
Let's go. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. So, excuse me. Excuse. Fellow senators, Senator Yandi Twine of Nimba County, Senator Johnny Kwehe, Senator Nimene Batikwa, Senator Javon Smith, Otto Cannon, Senator Simeon Taylor, and other lawmakers making their way here now. Senator Sir Joseph of Monrovia County and other senators making their way here. Senator Bezonga Finley in tears, and of course, other senators making their way here. Spoon TV, we are. So there you have the remains of Senator Johnson there. So the live band heading the parade. Next to the live band, the lawmakers. You have family members and political groupings now making their way from this end. So the MDR, the senator's own political party, here as well, marching in, and this is the situation here, folks. Thanks for joining us. Small TV, thanks for joining us. I have the mic. So folks, this is where we are. State security at this point. You have members of the Liberian Senate in there. Of course, senators, representatives, senators from different counties across the country have trooped in here as well. The senator's remains will be removed from that point, and here he will lie instead, after which his remains will be taken to Nimba County for interment. Senators making their way, the live band of the Armed Forces of Liberia, well wishers, Liberians, legislative staffers here on the grounds of the legislature, as Senator Prince Yedugwe Johnson is being removed from the Samuel Stryker Funeral Home to the legislature, his own office. So this is where we are, folks. Thanks for watching Spoon TV. So this is exactly where we are.
The capital.
So, folks, we have the family members, well wishers, sympathizers gathered here. The remains of the lawmaker, and of course, this is exactly where we are. Other lawmakers making their way here. So this is exactly where we are, folks. We are going to bring you all of the happenings here at this point, as we bring you all of the happenings. The live band of the Armed Forces of Liberia seated there. Former Representative Garrison Yelu of Nimba County, and of course And of course, so want to say thanks for joining us, folks.
If you take step again, we can't there. We can't in front of you. You play my team protocol. If you take step, we can't in front of you. We can't give you a chance.
Let me talk to you. Let me talk to
So the the legislature and others will very shortly make their way here.
First things first. Please calm down. Please calm down. You will do that. Please calm down. I said, please calm down. You're like, if you're there, calm down. No, please calm down.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us.
my man, you don't have to do things to all. You don't plug the place like that. You don't plug it to all.
You are blocking it. You are blocking the honorable. You gotta calm down. You gotta be obedient. You have to calm down. There is a time to maintain restraint. Show that you that's not a show your strength that you should. Calm down. You are even calm down. Come on already. There is someone talking with it. Someone ain't know you already. The people that ain't know you listen to your class. T4. You know your class.
We're in this. Just take that spot. Let me position the microphone somewhere. All right, folks. Want to appreciate you. We want to move closer to
when it is past, and as a ash in the night. As soon as thou scatterest them, they are even as a sleep, and fade away suddenly like the grass. In the morning, it is green and grow up, but in the evening, it is cut down, dry up, and withereth. For we consume away in the displeasure, and are afraid at the wrathful indignation. And our secret sins are in the light of countenance. For thou art angry, all our days are gone. Bring our years to an end. As it were a tale that is told, And though men be strong, that they come to full score, yes. Yet their strength then but labor and sorrow so soon pass away. They are. So teach us to know our ways. We may apply our hearts unto wisdom. As I'm about to
Jeremiah Parker, President of the Senate, Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, Honorable Rachel Nameko, Speaker, 55th National Legislature, House of Representatives, Honorable Nabikanga Lawrence, and members of the Liberia Senate.